Hello students. So next experiment of your DSP lab is evaluation of impulse response of a system. So you need to, for a given system, you need to find the impulse response. After that, finding that impulse response, you have to verify that impulse response to your MATLAB program. So first let's uh, 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 see here what is impulse response. So an impulse response means the output behavior of a system or a process when provided with an impulse signal. Means when you are providing a input as an when you are providing an impulse signal as an input to a system, then whatever output or behavior of system is that is called as the impulse response of that system. So an impulse signal is a momentary signal of infinite magnitude. This is ideally your impulse signal is a momentary signal of infinite magnitude. So which equation is showing the input and output behavior? So that equation is called as a difference equation. So this is your general difference equation. One side of difference equation is your output behavior or a behavior of a system, and another side is your input of your system. So yn is nothing but a yn is your output or a behavior of a system, and or system response, and xn is your input of a system or a system excitation. So this side, LHS side is your yn, and n minus k means it's a delayed version of your output, and is this side also, and n minus k means delayed version of your x means input. So this equation is known as your difference equation. So for a given difference equation, whatever is given in your question, that difference equation you have to rewrite the equation so that your yn and its delayed samples are on the LHS, and xn and its delayed sample are on the RHS. So this is your difference equation. Now this equation only you have to solve to find the impulse response. Let's say I'm going to solve that impulse response. I have taken here one simple equation of difference equation. For this equation only you need to find the impulse response of your system. So let's say difference equation is given as yn minus 3 by 4 yn minus 1 plus 1 by 8 yn minus 2. So all the yn output and its delayed version have separated at one side, at the LHS side, and whatever xn is delayed version is there, so I have separated in the RHS side of the equal to. So this is your given difference equation. So n minus 1 is means delayed by 1, n minus 2 means delayed by 2. And what about this 1 by 8 or minus 3 by 4? These are the coefficients. Clear? So here coefficient is 1 and this yn is delayed by 0. Clear? Similarly xn, this minus 3 by 4 is the coefficient of xn, and this 1 is delayed, means this xn is delayed by 1. Minus means delayed. So for this difference equation, you have to find the impulse response. So what is the procedure for finding the impulse response? Take the Z transform of this equation. Clear? After taking the Z transform, find the YZ and XZ. Then find the H of Z. H of Z will be your Y of Z divided by X of Z. After finding the H of Z, take the inverse of that H of Z and you will get the H of N. H of N is your impulse response of that system. So for this only taking the Z transform, when you take the Z transform, this Y of N will be your this Y of Z. This minus 3 by 4 will be as it is, and the Z transform of Yn minus 1 will be your Z to the power minus 1. Clear? Similarly, plus 1 by 8 and the Z transform of yn minus 2 will be your Z to the power minus 2. So this is the Z transform. After finding this, I have separated the Y of Z. So this is the Z transform of this equation from equation present at the LHS side. Similarly, find the Z transform of this. Z transform of xn is X of Z. Z transform of this will be your X of z to the power minus 1 because it is delayed by 1. That's why z to the power minus 1 and minus 3 by 4 is the coefficient. Separate the x of z and take x of z as a common and you will get this equation. So this equation we got by taking the z transform. Now we need to find the h of z. What is h of z? H of z is the ratio of y of z divided by x of z. So y of z, separate this equation as a y of z divided by x of z. So this will be your numerator and this will be going to denominator. Now this equation only is your h of z. Clear? So for finding the inverse of z transform, inverse of h of z, there is some method is there. That method is called as a partial fraction method. Because you don't have the formula of finding the z inverse of this equation. This equation is a quadratic equation. You need to convert it into its fraction. Clear? So first, for that process, first multiply both the numerators and denominator by z square. Clear? Because z to the power minus 2 is present. To make it simplify, for simplification I am multiplying both numerator and denominator by z square. So multiply and divide both, either multiply and divide the numerator by z square. So this will become as a z square. This will become as a z only, and this term also z square. This will be z, and this will be your z to the power 0. So this equation become as a simplified quadratic equation. Now this is simplified quadratic equation. For this quadratic equation, find the roots of that equation. Clear? So for this equation, after finding the roots, you will get these roots. Clear? 0.5 and 0.25. Clear? Are in the numerator, since z is common, so take the z common and make it to this side, LHS side. So this here LHS side become h of z divided by z. Clear? So your equation become like this. So for this equation only, now this equation, how to solve this equation? This equation can be solved by the partial fraction. So take the partial fraction and find the solve this equation, simplify this equation. So after partial solving the partial fraction, we get the h of z divided by z equal to this equation. Clear? So this is your simplified equation for finding the inverse of a z transform. So here z is present, take this z to this side. Now your h of z equal to this. Yeah. Now you know the formula of z inverse of this simplified equation, this simplified term, this simplified term. Clear? So h of n, now take the z inverse transform. So h of n will be your, see here, minus 1, clear here? And this will become, this z and z cancel, and here it will be z inverse, z to the power minus 1. So z transform of 1 upon 1 minus a to the power z inverse equal to a to the power n u of n. What is a here? A is your 0.5. Clear? Similarly here also to this u of n. Clear? So here one mistake is there, I think here. Here it should be plus. Clear? You just check your answers whether you are getting the same or wrong, and think that here some mistake is there. You check your answer. You solve this equation and check whether you are getting this or you are getting different answer. Now for this h of n, here we got the impulse response. Now for this impulse response, let's say we need to find the value of impulse response at different points of n, small n. So let's say that small n is for length equal to 5. For 5 points, you need to find this impulse response. Let's say n equal to 0, n equal to 1, n equal to 2, n equal to 3, and 4. So for 5 points, you need to find the impulse response. So put the value of n equal to 0. Here n equal to 0, here n equal to 0, here n equal to 0, here n equal to 0. You will get the value of h of 0. What will be the value of u of 0? U of 0 will be u of n is your step response, unit step response. So always its value will be 1. Clear? So you will get the h of 0. Similarly, find the h of 1, h of 2, h of 3, h of 4. Means for all the 5 points you have calculated the impulse response. Clear? So now let's see the MATLAB program, how to verify your impulse response by the results of your MATLAB. Clear? So this is your MATLAB program. First in the MATLAB program, first is line is your CLC. CLC means clear the command window. Here it's wrong, written wrong. It will not clear the screen. It is for to clear the command window. Next is close all. It will close all the other figure windows if there are other opened figure windows are there, so it will close it. Next command is clear all. This command is to clear the variables present in your workspace. Clear? Now after this, you need to enter the output sequence, input sequence, and the length of the impulse response. These are the given values. So enter all the given values present in your system. So why is your output sequence? So now I'm asking from the user, that's why I've written this command, input output sequence yn of the system. When you run this command, in the command window, it will ask you to enter the output sequence. Next, ask the user for the input sequence, x equal to input sequence of the system. Clear? Now length of this impulse response is also given, means for 5 points you need to find the impulse response, or 6 points, or any number of length. So length is also given. So length also I'm asking from the user, enter the length of the impulse response. Clear? Next is, now you are having the output, you are having the input, you are having the length. Now what is the command to find the impulse response? So command is this. Now that impulse response I'm denoting with the H, equal to, command is IMP impulse response. That impulse response will be in Z transform. In bracket you need to write these output coefficients, output sequence, input sequence, and the length of the impulse response. So this is the simple command to find the impulse response of a system. Clear? When you run up to here, it will show you, it will give the impulse response of a system. Clear? Now that impulse response, you need to plot it. So for plotting, let's say I'm defining the x-axis. So x-axis is your n and y-axis will be your hn. Clear? So x-axis I'm defining from 0 to n minus 1. Why n minus 1 I have taken? Because n is your length of impulse response. So if length is 5 and your length is starting from 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's why here n minus 1. And this 1 is your step, means step size I have given as a 1, means first point will be your 0, second point will be your 1, third point will be your 2, fourth point will be your 3, and fifth point will be your 4. So here I have defined the x-axis. Now plot it. Since this this impulse response is your discrete plot, discrete. That's why for discrete plot the command is stem. And what you have to plot? In x-axis and y-axis. X-axis is denoting as a n and y-axis is denoting your impulse response as a h. Clear? Now give the label of x-axis and y-axis. So command is x label, and for y-axis command is y label. After labeling the x-axis and y-axis, give the title of your response. So the command is title, and whatever title you need to do, you need to write. So write that here, impulse response. Clear? So this is a simple MATLAB program for finding the impulse response of a system. Clear? If you know how to solve this difference equation for finding the impulse response, then the program is very easy. So when you run this program in the command window, you will get these. In the command window, if you run, it will ask you output sequence of the system. So you need to enter these values. Clear? From where I got these values? From here, from the difference equation. Clear? So coefficients of y1, coefficient of yn minus 1, minus 3 by 4, coefficient of yn minus 2, 1 by 8. So these output sequence you need to enter in your command window. How to enter? In a square bracket with a spacing. Clear? Don't put comma here. Similarly, enter the input sequence. From where I got this input sequence? From the same difference equation. Coefficient of xn and coefficient of xn minus 1. Clear? So with this square bracket, with spacing, without comma, you need to enter the sequence. After that, it will ask you enter the length of the impulse response. So I'm finding here for 5 length. So I have written 5. Then it will show you the impulse. See here, all h values. and n is ranging from 0 to 4. Clear? So this is your h of 0, h of 1, h of 2, h of 3 and h of 4. It calculated and has shown you in the command window. Here, if it is not showing in the command window, then you remove this semicolon, ending statement. Then it will show in the command window. Here, now see the impulse response. So this is the impulse response it is showing here. Y-axis is your Hn and x-axis is your n. Here I have labeled here X label as n and Y label and Hn and title and impulse response. Whatever you will give here, that only will be shown in your figure. See, your title it is showing as impulse response. So h of 0 you are getting as a 1. That's why it is showing here as a 1. Here h of 1 you are getting as a 0. That's why here 0. H of 2 you are getting as 0.125. That's why here this value. Here similarly h of 3 and h of 4. Whatever impulse response you are getting is showing in this figure. So this was about your impulse response, how to find, how to solve the equation, what is difference equation, and how to rewrite your difference equation, how to solve the difference equation, how to take a Z transform, how to solve it by partial fraction, then how to take inverse Z transform. After finding the impulse response, then you need to write the MATLAB program, and you have to verify your answers with the MATLAB results. Clear? So this was about your impulse response of a system. Thank you.